being with us. We appreciate you being here, Mildred.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You were abused, you say, by him. Did you ever think that he would hurt other people?
No, ma'am, I did not. I was in a domestic violence situation with John. 80% of victims who are in a domestic violence situation don't have physical scars. And since I didn't have the physical scars to prove that I was a victim, it was difficult for me to get help. I did not think, even in my wildest dream, that John would take that situation outside of he and I.
Now, we look at James Holmes and his family now. His parents, of course, are standing by him. Can you understand that? I think a lot of parents out there can understand, despite what he did, if they're not condoning what he did, but you can understand why they would still stand by their son, yes?
Yes, I can understand that. They have a very difficult challenge ahead of them. They have to balance caring for their son and at the same time not being insensitive to the victims that were killed and their families. And that's going to be a very tightrope to walk. Mm-hmm. Most people will want to know if they knew anything, if they could have prevented it, what was it that he may have said to them last, and they may be feeling like it is their fault that they went through all of that or not know what to say or do.
Yeah, you wonder if they feel like they hold any responsibility. And I know that you wrote in your journal, and I want to read a quote here that you said, "I felt no one could handle my emotions. I knew I had to get them outside myself to heal." So you healed through journaling. Is that what you would recommend for the people of Colorado right now? I mean, how did that help you so much?
Well, journaling gives you the opportunity to write out all of your feelings without being judged. Most people will feel that if I relate exactly how I feel to anyone, they will judge me based upon what I say. Then they will cause me to feel shame, guilty, or be made to feel that I'm not sensitive enough to the situation. When you journal, the journal doesn't talk back. You can write out everything that you feel, which peels away the other layers of anger, guilt, and shame that you may be feeling that you're not aware of. I highly recommend journaling to anybody who is in a traumatic situation to help them to fully understand what they're going through.
Yeah, I love how you wrote, too, I found more emotions I didn't realize existed. And you did that through journaling?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Because you feel like you have that sense of honesty because nobody's going to turn it around on you. So let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. What would you say to the Holmes family right now?
I think that what they're doing in terms of not making a statement right now is best, because sometimes in your emotions you may express something indirectly that some people may feel that's offensive. So they have to be together with family and friends who support them. They have to be able to express themselves even around family and friends so they can get it out, so that they can understand what they're feeling and come to terms with what their son has done. They have to forgive themselves. They have to grieve the loss of their son. They also have to grieve for others who were affected by what he did. Most of all, they have to forgive themselves, and they have to forgive their son, because in forgiving themselves, it's not that they release what he's done or not hold him responsible for it, but you have to forgive yourself in order to live. And they're going to have to learn how to live all over again, and that's going to be a very difficult process moving forward.
Yeah, their life, I think, has been severed now between the before the shooting and after the shooting here. Mildred Muhammad, thank you so much for sharing with us. It was good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Sure, take good care.
You too.